This movie opens amidst police radio callouts and a tall man in a Christmas sweater running towards something and ambushing a vehicle. It is soon revealed to be a vehicle full of baddies who immediately begin shooting at him, and the guy moves forward despite getting shot at, managing to unalive two of them before the boss man steps out and shoots him specifically in his throat. Crikey, mate! This is a quick scene that does not explain anything, but as we progress, things become clearer. Our injured protagonist, whose name is Brian, is rushed to medical care where his lovely wife, Saya, fearfully looks on as the Christmas carol of Silent Night plays in the background. Miraculously and predictably, the protagonist survives, and a certain police detective named Dennis Vassell visits our comatose protagonist to check his breathing, because the medical instruments around are useless, then leaves his card in case he wakes up and decides to talk to him. After some time has passed under the tender watch of Saya, a cute parrot visits his hospital window, and that seems to wake him up wheezing for breath, so his wife and a nurse rush to feed him water through a straw. Subsequently, Brian undergoes a slew of therapies with the help of his loving Saya, and he comes to terms with his loss of speech in his own way. Eventually, he makes a full recovery and goes home with Saya. Till now, in this feature film, not a single dialogue has been spoken by anyone, other than some radio monologues. Throughout the movie, only facial expressions, action, body language, and even awkward silences have been used to convey ideas and scenes, which marks the uniqueness of this feature film and give rise to the title of the movie. Reaching home, our protagonist's memories are flooded and darkened by the sad incidents that happened in the silence of the movie. It is revealed in flashback glimpses that Brian and Saya had a cute little boy who was unalived due to reckless gang violence in the neighborhood. He retreats into a dark and dank corner of his house to drink and mourn his loss, never coming out, much to the dismay of his wife. And he mourns the loss. And he mourns the loss while texting his wife in the other room. And he mourns the loss. Truly, the depression of losing one's child could not be more sorrowful. But all the depressing memories finally motivate him onto a dark path as he mercilessly dumps all the empty bottles of beer into a garbage bag and savagely uncovers his tools like he's about to do something with them, and then finds his late son's tiny bicycle. But really, he uses only one of his tools later in the movie. Saya reaches home from work, because someone's got to pay the bills, anticipating her hubby's depression, and texts him from another room about missing their son too. But that does not move our protagonist, who has other things on his mind. Brian visits the police department, and while waiting for Detective Vassell, notices a wall of suspect photos and starts clicking pictures with his phone, soon coming across the photo of Playa, aka the guy who specifically shot him in his throat. Brian makes an angry face and leaves the office noticed by Vassell, who recognizes Brian's vengeful and menacing face. Back home, Brian creates plan board with the photos of his targets and somehow has managed to obtain photos of their hideouts and even an aerial snapshot of their location. How the hell? Who knows? He marks a calendar for next Christmas, implying that's when he plans to exact his vengeance. What follows next is simply a long training montage, so we will speed it up for your benefit. He buys himself an old supercar and practices Tokyo Drift with it. He even has a police radio to track his target's victims. Saya is tired of Brian trying to be a Sigma, so after a short cuddle, she, understandably, dumps him.
If you have enjoyed this content so far, please consider subscribing and leaving a like.